skills. My drilling code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Use the flag. 98 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Howard. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with Howard. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Motion, motion. And
they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Slam.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Switch the outlaw. Better quick. You better quick. I'm letting you know right now.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Twisting away. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. This is Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jones. And an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another.
And now it's blocked. And now the Ravens get it. The big man get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. He's at the 40.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this.
It's a foot race. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 42 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's trying to get into the top 5.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jones. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Wide, get wide. Alert. Motion. Alert. Hey, Charlie.
And that'll set them back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha. 50 the mic. Here we go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. On the give, running right is Howard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard, 44 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Running with Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Tavon Young in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Jones. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the handoff, this is Howard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Howard, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jordan Howard. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Trubisky will throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Lock in, lock in. Hey, you're going Mike 40, Mike 40. You're trapped, you're trapped. Check, check.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on first and second down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
98 to Mike. Silver, Silver. Slam.
On first down, it's Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down and up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. If they got you the football, gave you a great opportunity, you got to cash in and get some points.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Blue. Bravo. 40's the mark. Oh, yeah.
On first down, Trubisky. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Aaron Jones, as the first half is winding down, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now Jones. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
You draw quarters.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, Haywood.
Trubisky to throw again. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson going up top. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Right back to him on first down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alert!
Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Tight end right. 3 down.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together at cheer, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. A give to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, Zeus!
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. He's going deep for... They've got his man complete. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 98 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing here, Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And he's got Moncrief. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run on first down. Howard. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock. One
of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
80 weapons.
On first down, Jones. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Pilot, 64, weak. 18.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky, and he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
They'll go again to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They come out here in the eye.
You got nothing. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
Let's go, defense.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Results in a 4th down.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Trubisky. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now they took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go, D.
On 1st down, it's Howard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.